My name is Carl Pepi. I'm the president of the Pepi family Jonas Brothers Studio of New York. I've owned the business since 1985 when we took over from Steve Horn, who took over from John Jonas in 1950. The company was started in 1908 by the original Jonas Brothers. One was in Seattle, one was in Denver, three stayed in New York.
I'm Mary Pepi. I am the liaison of all of the clients to Jonas Brothers Studios. I'm the office manager here. So I'm probably the first line of defense when you call up. I will help you arrange your taxidermy, track everything from wherever it may be, from Africa or Europe through the United States to delivery to our studio. I help you coordinate with customs brokers, organize with leather dealers, and help you plan everything from step to step once it arrives into the studio. We were kids when we got Jonas Brothers, and it was the biggest of honors to have Steve Horn approach us to say, I want to retire, would you like to take over the company?
Biggest achievement would be that I'm able to do a job that I've loved for over 40 years. That's the clients win the awards. Gotcha. The clients win awards and we win clients. We've had the privilege to work for over 10 Weatherby Award winners, which is a pretty special thing. That's the Super Bowl of hunting, and we've been able to work for 10 of those winners. And I think one of the better things is that we've had clients with me for 35 years. So I think that speaks volumes to loyalty to us to our client to us.
I've known the Pepis for 12 years. Well, the association you have with them is like family. They are personable. They want to do exactly what you want them to do. You give them the ideas, and they come up, and I think no matter what you anticipate, it's always a surprise because it looks better than what you think it's going to be. They are head and shoulders better than anybody I've had the experience to see and work with.
So it's from the competition. Everything is all details and the best material in the industry. We go the extra mile from eyes to mannequins to leather when you're tanning the process, and it's all in the details. From eyes to ears, muscles, all the anatomy is correct from the animal to the amount you get back. And then we also strive a lot on customer service. You get what you like. If you like a different pose, if you want something special, we can do whatever you like. Today we work with the Sackmans, both Barbara and Alan. They're both Weatherby Award winners. J. Allen Smith. Those are kind of our noteworthy people that we're doing a lot of work with now, but there's a ton of Rob Gerstner, High Mountain Archery. Those are kind of well-known people. James Mellon is still hunting. We work a bunch with him. And then in the past, Hemingway and Roosevelt and all those guys.
Rob Smith, work at Jonas Brothers Taxidermy in Brewster, New York, and I mostly do the finishing work, painting, modeling, sculpting the animals, making sure if there's any repairs to be done to the horns or antlers, I take care of that, and just kind of odds and ends stuff through the shop that needs to be done. Oh, it's great knowing you did something. So a lot of this stuff is once in a lifetime things for people, and knowing they're happy with it, it's going to be in their house forever. You help preserve a memory. It's awesome.
I mean, you go look at other taxidermy on walls, you can kind of tell the difference immediately. We've had people who've come and used us once and then hung up their trophies on the wall and realized wow, I've been looking at this for 15 years. I have one of yours up, and now I don't want that one even next to next to my mount. Yeah, I guess we spend a lot more time trying to bring the animal back to life.
We are very personal. We have become friends with all of our clients here. So you get a personal service. I want to hear about your son's first deer head when you come in. And so many times when you call me, that'll be the first thing we'll talk about. Oh, you're going on a trip. What is your wish list? Please share some photos when you come back.
Again, I've been around a long time. So I think the biggest problem for our clients and ourselves working for them is just the preparation of their trophies coming from different countries in the world makes our job harder. A good taxidermist could make a bad skin into a good mount. That's what kind of separates people. If you're giving a subpar material and you can still put out a good product, that makes a good taxidermist.
And then it's not even just animal-wise. We're taking pictures of grass and dirt and matching textures of rocks and lichen. It's just, as a whole piece, everything comes together. So it's just paying attention to what you're doing and details. And it's not just a couple of us, it's everybody in the studio, you know. Just studying animals. I mean, besides going on trips and hunting for ourselves, we take a lot of reference pictures from eye detail, color, anatomy, muscle tone, taking measurements right off the carcass if we're on trips with you, so you get everything down to the last centimeters. Everything's correct.
Okay, a large problem in the field is the condition we receive the skins in. So we are constantly contacting the dip and pack people from Argentina or from Africa, how to care for the skins before they come to us. That is a problem. A lot of times we get skins that are miscut or haven't been taken care of properly right away. So we're trying to educate the other side, because the mount can only be as good as the skin you give me. We don't want to have a lot of drag marks on it where maybe the hair is a little bit too short, or if the skin is short cut, I can't give you that beautiful full size shoulder mount with a nice brisket in the front. You know, it has to come shorter.
A lot of people, there's a lot of taxidermists out there now. I mean, some of them are very good, and some of them, you know, there's a lot of backyard taxidermists, you know, retired people that take it up as a hobby, and the details are missing, I think, you know, from anatomy-wise. The animals aren't looking like they're supposed to look, and that's why you do it. You want to preserve your memories, so that you remember exactly what you got. If it comes back and things aren't looking like an animal, then I think that's a problem.
I think when you see the animals, they appear so lifelike. You really remember the hunt, and the joy of taking a nice trophy and then being able to relive it by looking at it. It's truly they look like they're exactly due when they're in the wild. It's a humbling experience to have something that pretty to look at.
Well, again, it's a commitment to the client. It'll take us longer. It takes us longer to prepare their hides and their skins to do a quality mount. So a lot of people will shortcut that and give a mediocre piece. We will take the extra time to repair and do what's needed to give a better mount. Well, I mean, I enjoy the work, and you every day you try and better yourself. The minute you think that, you know, well, I'm good, you know, that's when you stop learning. So every day on a different animal, a different piece, a different technique, we're always trying different things to better our product. So that's what keeps me getting up and doing this after 40 years.
Everything from soup to nuts is kind of like where you were. A lot of people will send us pictures of the habitat they're in. That's common now. Guys are taking a ton of pictures on cell phones and things like that. You send me a picture of the habitat you shot your animal in, your bird in, whatever, we'll match it to what you have, so it even comes more to scene, you know. So trophy rooms design and the mountains, dioramas, most part, unless there's already a standing building or new buildings, and we help with the construction out, you know, working with contractors. From there, we set up a layout, we'll make blueprints of everything, and design the structure. And it's kind of just piece after piece, you know. Once you have the structure, either rebar or plywood or however we decide to build it per room, we're laying, we have molds of rocks, and we'll start placing things on and seaming and adding habitat, working from top to bottom. With the trophy rooms, a lot of times we're building one now that has a stream in it, We'll have murals painted in the background, so you have a real 3D depth of field going.
Well, when the client comes to us and decides that he's going to create a special room in his home for his trophies, he will call us for a consultation to assist in building material and lighting and humidity and all the aspects that would go into preserving those trophies and displaying them to their utmost. So that is something that we come in and do from the ground floor and assist them in building, a trophy room. And if it turns into dioramas and small dioramas, as it does in some clients' cases, then we're there to build that also.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as difference. I only go to the Pepi family because what they do is a quality work and, most important, quality service. As you can see, the animals on the wall, well, they came to help me hang it. They didn't just drop it on my door and leave it. Some of the animals were difficult to bring in, such as the hippo, such as the rhino, such as the Kodiak bear. They're big animals to get in. How could I do it? I remember there's an Alaskan moose on the wall behind you, all right? That weighs 250 pounds as it is. I couldn't do it myself. So they come here and they help me hang it. I pay for it. I'm not saying it's free, but I pay. But the fact that they're willing to come and do it is most important.
It's unique. A lot of stuff, if we're delivering or people are coming to pick it up, it's usually just like an awe moment. They waited, 6 months or whatever to get something back, and they're just so happy. And you hear the stories from, they come in, they give you the piece, or you speak to them on the phone, they hunted wherever, you hear the story and it comes back to them. You can see it light up in their eyes. It's a good feeling seeing that everybody happy that something happened, and especially when you deliver or you're working on a trophy room. Usually they're not there at the moment, and they come in and it's like a aha moment, kind of sparkle. Yeah, taxidermy is for anybody that wants to enjoy a piece of artwork, because that's what it turns out to be. It's a piece of artwork for your home. If you enjoy reliving the memories, which is a big popular thing, I think it's why you should do it. It's an honor of the animal. You get to see it, you get to eat it, you harvest it, and then you get all the memories. You could tell people, you sit back in your chair and you go through. And a lot of times we go to these trophy rooms with guys, and it's not just, I'm not just hanging something up in the house. They sit down, I shot this here, and this is the story, and I shot that. And that's what it is about, it's making memories for everybody,
I'm Mary Pepi from the Pepi family's Jonas Brothers Studios in New York. For more information, please give me a call or check the link on the side.